Sagittarius, now this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to the actual month of December 2021, this is a very important moment in time that you are going to come across, that you are going to witness, that you're going to be part of. Not directly, but you are very much so strongly going to feel like you're part of it, because this is just a part of the really big picture, and that picture, there are lots of people connected to that particular picture, where you're going to become aware of something rather devilish. You're going to become aware of something rather negative and rather like kind of, oh my god, something is going to be quite mind-blowing to you indeed. My gorgeous Sagittarius, this is probably going to be one of the most powerful months that you've had in a long time. This particular person, this devilish person that I'm talking about, this negative person that I'm talking about, this is not only just about one person. This is about like maybe two people. It's even about like a group of people. But the bottom line is absolutely the same. Don't get scared because we are talking about this. Don't get scared because I'm bringing this devilish like a person or a group of people up. What is this going to be really important for you is the confirmation that it's going to open your eyes, the actual confirmation that, you know, maybe if you said certain things to some other people or to certain people in your life, if you were talking about this specific situation, then probably if you would say what you would really say, if you would really think, you know, these people would think that you're crazy, you know, it's something along those lines, you know. So the very important moment in time that you are going to have is most certainly seeing things for what they are, finding out an important mind-blowing truth, which is at the same time going to be a powerful confirmation. But this is going to be really brilliant for you because it's going to help you to see things for what they are. And that moment in time, something really big is going to happen, something really important is going to happen. It's this energy when you just really give credit to yourself by, you know, in this particular way, where you realize that, you know, like something that was like pretty much so at the back of your subconscious mind is actually going to become true. So this is why this is so important, because it's at the same time going to help you to protect yourself. At the same time, it's going to help you to avoid the really bad situation and really bad people in your life by doing the right things. That in itself is going to be remarkable, because it's going to put you on the path, very important path, which is going to become quite significant from the 11th of December until the end of that month. In fact, you know, from the 11th of December until the end of that month, you know, it's all about like a lots of new possibilities that you're suddenly going to become aware of. It's a lot about like you being very spontaneous, but every single time when you're spontaneous, you need to understand that something really remarkable is actually going to happen. You need to also, on the other hand, realize that this is your month. This is when, of course, the December is your month. This is when the energy is very powerful when it comes to you, when it comes to your manifestation. So when the balance is just right, like it's going to be now, from the 11th of December onwards, this is the time to actually explore as much as you can. You need to pay attention to all the little feelings that you are going to have, little emotions that you're going to have, because you're going to feel like you want to move on, you know, with certain bits and pieces and parts of your life. And this is why this devilish bastard here, you see, this is why this card, this person, this group of people, it's going to be playing an important role in your life. And no, I'm going to say that the devil card is not always negative, just like the same like a tower card, because some people say, oh no, devil card is always negative, tower card is always negative. No, baby, no, because in this particular instance, in this particular case, you're going to see things for what they are. And once you find out the truth, once you become aware of the truth, but then again, it's like a bit of like a strong mind-blowing confirmation, then that in itself is going to strengthen you spiritually. Okay, it's exactly how it should be, because sometimes there is so much going on in life. There is so much going on that is taking our attention away and taking our vibration away from the things that we should be focusing on. And it's been a lot of that going on over the last 36 months indeed. And this is why this is so important. See the devil, see the bastard for what he is, for what they are. But at the same time, you need to understand that that is just going to strengthen so much within you. And that is going to play this important role that I'm actually talking about. So this devilish person is pretty much so going to take place in between the 1st and the 11th of December. So from the 11th of December onwards, you are going to go through, you are going forward with a certain knowledge, and you know it is the problem that you're going to be thinking about, because you know something is going to be kind of like slowing you down in such a sense, you know, because after the 11th you're going to be pinpointed towards a certain path, something that you will want to do, some certain path where you're going to need to kind of put more energy towards. But at the same time, there is a problem that you will come across, and you need to understand that your answer, you have got the answer to the really big problem, and the answer to the really big problem is most certainly going to become evident from the 25th of December until the end of that month. The answer to huge, massive, enormous, absolute giant problem, you know, you are going to become aware of that. You have got the answer to that problem already. So this is why this is going to be so important. If there is any month that you're going to really feel like you're moving on, it's now. But also, you know, in this uncertainty, you're going to see certainty. In negativity, you're going to start to see positivity. And the more you walk through, the more powerful your vibration is going to be. This is the time of manifestation, when your karma is going to really take over so much. On one hand, this is your time, this is when your vibration is naturally increased, but on another hand, do not waste this absolutely wonderful energy, because throughout the month there is a lot that it's going to be going on, and it's going to be grabbing your attention. But you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, just keep going, keep going, keep going. Do not let your energy to be stolen away from you. This is all what this is all about. So this is so important to understand. When it comes to manifestation, think about what the next stage is going to be. Think about what little element into your life you need to bring into something that you're working on, something that you're focusing on right now, because that little thing, that something that seems so little, is going to become giant. So pay attention to your ideas, pay attention to what comes to you, but also pay attention to those parts of your life that you want to explore. No matter what is going on, remember, you are the power, you are the universe, the universe. You have got a ridiculously powerful strength within you. Do not let that strength to be tempered with or to be stolen by some kind of like unusual creatures out there, you know. And I call the certain species, you know, like almost like, you know, there are certain species out there that look like human, but they're not really human, you know. So this is why this is so important for you to get it right. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Sorry. And it's for December 2021. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, Sagittarini, and it's for December 2021. Did you really think that I forgot? Did you really think that I forgot? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, bam 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 bam. I love you so much, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Did you really think that I will forget about your gorgeous birthday? And this is why I get so excited, because I benefit from this particular vibration and this particular energy. You are, it's the number 59 that is your number this month. So you are going to feel a remarkable energy and vibration that you didn't feel in a long time. So this is going to reflect on problems in your life and on the negativities in your life that you've just keep on leaving behind. But you have to deal with problems and you have to deal with issues. But at the same time, you need to be aware of the fact that, you know, there are maybe some people who are really not not that nice people who try to take an advantage of people when they're very, very vulnerable. So try to pay attention to who this is around your life, because somebody is pretty much going to try to get you in a vulnerable moment, and once they get you in this vulnerable moment, there is a very difficult to get out. There's something is going to be required from you, so you just kind of need to remember at the same time that if something doesn't make sense to you and you're asked to do something or something like that, if it doesn't make sense to you, for the love of God, do not do it. Just walk away from the situation, because exactly 4 days later something is going to come to you, and you will know that particular situation doesn't make sense. So you just really, I say it again, to follow your own enlightenment, to follow your own path, because it's not going to lead you astray. And the more you give your energy to the people that don't make sense, don't do this, don't do it, okay? Very important indeed. Number 59 also means, my gorgeous Sagittarius, that you need to understand your beliefs, values and boundaries now more than ever. Please let me repeat this. You need to understand your beliefs, values and boundaries now more than ever. You have to also, on another hand, enjoy the results of your hard work. You are going to be enjoying the results from your hard work, but especially when it comes to the actual 10th of December, there is going to be quite interesting moment of moving on when it comes to the actual 10th of December, when it comes to you enjoying like the, something very special is going to happen, the news, the information, and it's just going to reflect on things that you have been working for. So this is going to be like a great achievement, because it's going to make you feel really great about yourself at that moment in time when you wanted it, when you needed it the most. This is really brilliant, because also at that very moment in time there is a certain idea that you are going to have, and what you need to understand, that this is also an absolutely mind-blowing month, not only when it comes to the actual manifestation and the power to you to do things without realizing, rather quickly, but at the same time, take action on your ideas, take action on your ideas, take action on your ideas. If you take action to your own ideas, that you feel very strongly about it now in the month of December 2021, okay? If you start making your way, if you start preparing things, if you start doing things, try to project your wonderful, gorgeous energy and make the most of it. If you start giving, if you start taking action towards your ideas within 1 year, my lordy lord, there is so much that it's going to happen. Little caterpillar is going to become the most gorgeous butterfly in the world. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous Sagittarius. This is very, very important vibration that you are giving me right now, and this is what it happens to me. Now, it's important. Take action to your ideas, because within 1 year they're going to flourish, they're going to come up, they're going to happen, they're going to manifest, okay? And at the same time, from the 7th of December onwards, you become aware of the actual challenges ahead. Do not let them bring you down. The challenges that you're going to become aware of are also the challenges that you can face. This is the big mama moment. This is what I'm talking about, because it's the power of transformation, making things happen. It's literally going to take over. On another hand, it's about a new plan that you are going to have. It's just something very intensely that you have been thinking about over the last 7 months in particular, It's about a new plan, but then on another hand, it's connected to the certain wish, but also on another hand, it's connected to the time when you wanted to attempt this and it didn't work out, or in your mind, you were like, no, baby, no, because there was you were facing lots of problems that just brought you down, because nothing made sense, So you need to bring that sense back up, baby. Light your own candle and keep it flowing, keep it flowing, keep it lit, it's important, because now you will most certainly also have like a certain you're not going to be sure how to do this, something, when it comes to the actual new plans, but at the same time, something is going to be driving you, through, because it's about the uncertain outlook, but also an important chance that it's going to become obvious. It's going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. And this is something that I need you to remember, you know, to focus on things that you want to do, to focus on things that you want to achieve, to focus on things that you want to create, and really focus on yourself. This is the month to focus on yourself, on your own energy, and the things that you want to achieve. And I'm saying this so many times in particular on purpose, because it's so much going on that is draining your energy without even realizing it's taking you to that direction instead of you flowing to that direction. So you need to get back flowing to that direction instead of flowing to this like nasty dark direction. You go to that direction by doing things that only inspire you, by following on your path, and by thinking what your next stage and next step is going to be. Any obstacle that comes in front or across, you just ignore. You can go over, you can go over, you can go over. You just need to give a credit to yourself. Sometimes you just have to, you need to swim against the current. If something doesn't make sense, no baby, no. If it makes sense, then it's fine. But it's all about you following your own spirit and doing the right thing, and only those things that make sense to you. And I'm saying this so many times because of the influential dark forces, you know, around us at the moment that are just tampering with our own vibration. And you just need to understand that you are the universe, you are the star, you are the power, okay? This is important for your own balance, okay? On another hand, you know, you are going to make a really wonderful progress here, and I'm so happy because it's to do with a waiting game. It's to do with you waiting for something, but also at the same time, the motivation behind someone very successful, it's going to be playing an important role. So the motivation behind someone very successful, it's going to be playing an important role when it comes to you being influential by somebody really significant in your life. Whether this is going to be somebody who's in your life directly, or whether this is going to be somebody who is like who you look and watch and look up to. It really depends how this is going to be, but through that person you're going to get the bravery, and through your own bravery you're going to realize your own capacity, and that's going to be absolutely wonderful, because at the same time it's going to help you to kind of make an important decision when it comes to your future, and when it comes to going into the unknown, and before you would be like no, and this is just going to really be beneficial for that moment in time, like there is a no tomorrow. So this is why this is so important indeed. You see this? Look at this, my go to Sagittarini. See this? I just felt the need to actually do this. Very important, because this tarot card is completely going to answer to us. Oh my Lord, again, you see this? This is, my God, this card came out again. This is very important time of you feeling very optimistic, very enthusiastic, but it's just that with your mind you're going to be spot on, you know. The balance, I say the balance is going to be perfect, the balance is going to be superb. Every single time when you feel enthusiastic, every single time when you feel optimistic, every time when you feel excited throughout the month of December, this is going to be ringing something so important within. This is going to be felt on a whole different scale, on a whole larger scale, and it is going to be pinpointing you towards those parts of your life that you need to pay attention to, that they are calling you, and they are in fact going to put you on the path, bring you on the path where you're going to find yourself exploring something very unusual and very different, but yet very significant. And there you're going to find the missing part of you. Very important indeed. Believe me or not, through you exploring something for the first time, there is a rather wonderful adventure going to come up. And that in itself, it's also going to help you realize how beautiful, how powerful, how significant you are. And also it's going to refresh your memory in a very positive and interesting way, where it's going to make you really sharp by the end of the month, where you're going to see possibilities about your current situation that you maybe didn't realize before, or the time just wasn't right. Now the time is going to be right. This is pretty much about a new beginning, but also you giving a credit to yourself. Give a credit to your weirdness. Give a credit to your beauties. Give a credit to who you are, whatever you are, you know, because you are beautiful. And the more you do things that you should be doing, the more, you know, powerful you become when it comes to your own, you know, having a control over a situation and things like that. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and when it comes to nutrition, yet again, it's very interesting how many signs actually having this sensitive stomach or sensitive tummy or sensitive digestion. But also you're going to feel a little bit drained and a little bit tired as well. But that is not going to take the better of you. That is not going to affect you whatsoever. So you're going to feel sharp and you're going to achieve so much. But in order to kind of like take something that is going to be beneficial for all these things would be natural vitamin B complex, and you need to make sure that the actual folic acid is made as a folate. Folate is a natural version of folic acid, you see, and also B12 needs to be made as in methylcobalamin, which is the natural version of that particular B12 vitamin. So you don't want a chemical, no baby, no good for nothing, you know. So you want natural B vitamin complex that you take every single morning, which is on another hand going to be on an empty stomach. It's actually absolutely fine to take this, and on another hand it's going to boost your energy. It's going to make you feel so good. It's going to like kind of increase your performance in many different ways, but on another hand it's going to be beneficial for your entire digestive system. What else I recommend you, it's like to everybody else important, is to boost your immune system by taking organic acerola cherry powder, organic acerola cherry capsules, organic camu camu powder, organic camu camu capsules. Both of these supplements are similar because they're very powerful when it comes to their vitamin C content, but they're not the same, but they're just like a camu camu. It's actually even stronger than acerola cherry powder when it comes to vitamin C, but they're both equally brilliant, equally good to actually take in combination with vitamin D3 and natural zinc. This combination is going to be mind-blowing to take every single day because it's going to boost your immune system, and it's something that I think that you should actually take. And also try to drink as much as water as you possibly can, and cut out sugar completely out of your diet. I suppose cakes and all that, if you like, that's fine, but don't put sugar like in your coffee, in your tea and things like that. I would just completely take it out of your diet and just replace it with like a maybe organic maple syrup, organic honey. But I said that honey, organic honey, it's actually getting harder and harder to find when it comes to the pure honey, you know, because they're mixing it with all sorts of rubbish nowadays, sadly. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Sagittarians, or not. Now, the very first date that I would like you to pay attention to, but before I go there, I would highly recommend you something like the actual chakra, this gorgeous chakra pendant to wear throughout December, January and February. Every single time when you feel a little bit lost, every single time when you feel like you can't express yourself, every single time when you're doing something important, every time when you're dealing with important people, every time when you're feeling with people that are a little bit weird, you know, because they have a certain impact on us, and then we are not ourselves, you know, it's to do with our own reflection, you know, it's just like they bring like the negative thing out of us, you know. So I highly recommend you to get like this gorgeous chakra pendant. This comes with a gorgeous sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, I have to say that. But I would wear it every single time, in particular when you're talking to important people or you're dealing with an important subject or an important issue, because it helps you to express yourself with communication and things like that, you know, to say the right things basically. The 1st of December, you know, I really like this because, you know, it's going to be a bit of a deeper day and a rather complex day. At the very same time, that moment in time, the new portal is about to open on that very day. So on one hand, you're going to feel like a very kind of like a mixture of energy, rather confusing energy within the first 3 days of December, really. But it's going to start on the 1st. So that is going to bring a little bit of emotional confusion. But then again, that emotional confusion is just basically also going to make you realize and help you realize like what really is making you unhappy, and you're gonna kind of get really deep with this, but in the best possible way. And then the more you think, the more you're gonna realize. The more you think, the more you're gonna find out. The more you think, the more things are not going to make sense, and that in itself, it's really going to help you to make 50 additional steps forward. You know, this is a wonderful moment of time of your own wiseness, because you're going to become aware of like You're going to become aware to some kind of unknown danger that is most certainly going to become evident on the 18th, 19th and the 20th of December. You know, this is going to be the confirmation within these 3 days, like exactly you being alert to this unknown danger. So this is going to be confirmed to you, and this is brilliant because it's going to redirect you slightly, it's going to change your mind, and it's going to almost immediately require from you to make a certain adjustment. You know, this is important because at the same time it's going to lead towards the accomplishment, and it's going to bring you the actual materialistic gain into your life, you see. So this is why you need to pay attention to this, you know, that it's going to bring the materialistic gain into your life, and it's all with your own devotion, and it's all about you offering, you know, certain services and efforts towards the specific parts of your life. When it comes to some kind of goal, that goal is going to be obvious, that goal is going to be evident here within the first 3 days of December. Exactly which part of your life do you need to put more efforts towards the specific goal. This is a very, very important, because somebody who you really trust, it's gonna say something, and what they're gonna say, it's only gonna confirm things to you, what you should be doing. It's about the inspiration, but also having the confirmation, you know, in our life from someone who we really like, and they like us, and we know that they're wise, they had a certain experience, we have a certain experience, we mix our experiences, and we're like, yeah baby, you know, it's like it just brings you closer to the truth, you know, of your own specific journey. Sometimes, you know, crazy things happen in life, but also that's even more so the sign to just keep going no matter what. The second important date, my gorgeous Sagittarian, is going to be on the 22nd of December. 22nd of December, you know, probably 22nd of February. It's going to have a very strong correlation with this desire and determination that I'm talking about. So the 22nd of December, it's all about, my lordy lord, desire, determination, very strong willpower that you are going to feel, you know, and then at the same time, very intelligent choice when it comes to some kind of desire, will and resolution. It's also going to take place. On another hand, yet another strong sign to pay attention to any kind of like to not to being taken advantage of whatsoever, and just to be like a little bit cautious. But then on another hand, you know, what you need to do, what your next step should be, really, it's all about your practical knowledge, it's all about your little business acumen, by the same time it's all about your confidence, strength, and that particular balance. It is going to be connected to a very important negotiation. So this desire, determination, and strong willpower that you're going to feel, you just need to see what part of your life it's opening this up, because that is going to be connected to the very powerful negotiation in order for you to kind of like know what to do, in particular when it comes to those parts of your life that were bringing you down and making it very difficult for you to launch new projects, you know. So this is going to be a brilliant moment in time. Your eyes are going to be open, you will be able to see in genuine situation, and you will be able to see genuine situation. However, this is going to lead towards your own personal growth, and also towards your own progress, and also on another hand, you know, it's all about reorganizations and the efforts that you actually need to put in. Brilliant. What you need to remember, just to be patient and keep going whatsoever. What else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Sagittarian, would be this gorgeous black obsidian pendant, you know, also very significant to have it around for the December, January and February, you know, and purely every time when you feel spaced out, every time when you feel down, when you feel low, when you feel unusual, when you feel like you're part of the 329th dimension, you know, type of thing, and you're like, oh my God, do you know what I mean? When you feel spaced out, you know, we all have those days, you know, you can imagine me, you know, but no, honestly, when you feel spaced out, so this is like something also when you kind of like feel low, and when you need to do important things, and when you're talking to people that are very negative, when you're talking to people that are very uncertain, when you're dealing with important issues, but you're not too sure who you're going to kind of come across with to in order to get to the root of the problems and things like that. Black obsidian is a must, because immediately protects your energy and makes you grounded, and also on another hand, it really keeps you on top of things when it comes to inspiration. So you pay attention to things that you should be paying attention to. This gorgeous black obsidian pendant comes with sterling silver setting and sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you're also supporting my channel as well, of course. The third important date, it's going to be on the actual 27th of December. The 27th of December, you know, it is information that you are going to have, news that you are going to have, message that you are going to have. It's about a very annoying part of your life slowly coming to an end, you know, like, or you will overcome a huge, massive, giant, big mama obstacle here, like there is no tomorrow. It's to do with a challenge, but also it's going to make you feel so good because it's about victory, 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 very successful negotiation with people that you wouldn't even think that the negotiation could be successful. It's going to be connected to this, you know, you're going to think like, oh my god, but you know, the outcome of what you're going to do next, which is connected to this situation, is actually going to be remarkable after this moment in time. You are on the 27th of December going to have control over a situation, strength, energy and determination. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing, you know, and it's all about a certain accomplishment. It's going to be evident, which is on another hand really going to make you feel so enthusiastic, and it's going to point you towards this particular initiative, you know, something new, something little and something new, but it's a very important initiative to pay attention, because it is going to pretty much so going to make you feel almost immediately creative, and it's also going to kind of become a very, very meaningful experience at very that moment in time. It's going to bring you feeling and emotions that you didn't have in a while, and also it's about a helpful outlook, you know, new alliances that you're going to become aware only almost immediately. 27th of December, it's also going to be this gateway where you're going to realize, you know, quite a lot about the next step, quite a lot about the future planning, but also you will become aware of this like a kind of like a new people who are going to start drifting into your life. These people are meant to start coming into your life. These people are meant to start drifting into your life, because now it's time for you to also become part of this. This is going to be big, but also at the same time, don't forget that there is going to be quite powerful reunion that is actually going to start taking place, that you're only going to start becoming aware of. Very powerful reunion. So from the 27th of December onwards, please try to pay attention to people in your life, people who are around you, people who mean to you a lot, people who mean to you the most, but also at the same time, you know, there is some kind of reunion that is going to take place, and that particular reunion is going to play an important role, because someone very significant in your life, there you go, the Chariot again, somebody very significant in your life is going to confirm to you something very mind-blowing, you know. It's going to say something to you, and it's just like it's not the situation or realization that you're going to get out of it something that you didn't know. This is pretty much so more about this powerful confirmation that you are going to have, which is also on another hand going to be even more beneficial when it comes to you kind of like making a really important stage into the unknown. You're going to do something really incredible, but also on another hand, this is later going to make you feel really proud of yourself, and at the same time going to give you very strong sense of like a belonging, you know. This little hermit here, just remember that you have to be honest with yourself, because something that you're in self-denial about from the 27th of December onwards, you need to kind of like make a little sacrifice as well, and the sooner you do it, the better outcome it's actually going to be. And this is just going to pinpoint the part of your life that why are you bothering with this part of your life anymore. It's type of thing like that. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what to pay attention to in the first part of December, mid part of December, and the last part of December. The first part of December, just remember that you are going to receive a very, very wise advice indeed, without you even realizing, you know. Just remember this. It is not going to be directly said to you or anything like that, but it's just going to become the part of your dimension, the part of your energy, the part of your vibration, you will know what I mean, because you're going to be like a little flower, opening up, at the same time. So it's just basically about you're going to receive a very, very wise advice, but what you need to do is also at the same time you need to remember to remain objective and fair-minded indeed. But on another hand, it is a very important time to communicate. Very important time to communicate as much as you can at the beginning of December. The more you communicate, the more ideas you're going to have. Okay, the mid part of December I really like, because it's all about the end of something, kind of like a challenging time, and it's not like a one particular challenge, one specific challenge, but the challenging times that were slowing you down. And you just need to give a credit to yourself. Don't think negatively, don't think in a sad way, negative way, because you're just going to slow yourself down unnecessarily. So I want you to understand that, the mid-December is going to bring the end of challenging times, and things are going to start really nicely looking up for you, which is going to bring you welcome relief, And I really like this, because it is just going to kind of like really inspire you to do things around, in your immediate environment, which is most certainly you should do. The third part of December, you just need to remember that also at the same time it's like quite a few ideas that you're going to have, but also like connecting and reconnecting with people that think like you, that are similar to you, is so important, because these particular people, they match our vibrations so beautifully, so wonderfully, because the more you connect and reconnect with people that are thinking in a similar way to you, that is important, because you should connect and reconnect with them, and you could kind of like talk about the ideas, blend your ideas a little bit, because it's a lot of gonna come through people who think like you, and people who you connect and reconnect with, because they will be playing an important role indeed. And also, the last part of December, you are gonna have a very kind of like a very powerful self-control, and when it comes to that particular balance. But then again, it's all about this successful compromise, so if you do want to have a compromise, if you do need to have a compromise, the last week of December would be absolutely remarkable for that, because your energy is going to be just right, your energy is going to be just perfect indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, my lord, there is something is going to come up, and you're both going to learn something. And what you're both going to learn is going to be super significant when it comes to your next step. What you're both going to learn is going to bring a very much so hidden emotion up where it should be. And that hidden emotion is going to remind you, both of you, how much you wanted to do something. Okay, but it's pretty much so to do with your practicality. You both have to be analytical in order to remove yourself from the part of your life that no longer serve you, because it's keeping you restrained. So which means that you're holding on to something, but you should move on. Both of you together should move on and go on the next step, which means that you allowed something to slow you down, or allowed something to kind of prevent you from moving on. By the time you both get to the last part of this month, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you are actually gonna do something really important, and it's just like kind of like it's coming from the very high part of your own spirituality. Look at this. When it comes to you, my gorgeous couples, my gorgeous Sagittarinis, for what this is going to lead to, it's basically, there you go, Page of Swords, it's very, very important. Just keep going. And also, it's about the idea, it's about you standing very firmly on the ground, and it's about you not allowing anyone to tamper with your energy whatsoever. Maybe you have like kind of let to be influenced by some kind of negative people or negative entities, and now that is beautifully going to start moving on. You're both going to realize your own strength and balance, but also the strong sense of direction is going to be evident for what both of you should actually do in order to make your lives more excited, more meaningful, more significant, more colorful. There is a very specific path that it's going to become almost impossible to ignore for both of you, and you will know that you need to do this this because it's just going to make you feel so much happier, and the sense of time, it's going to disappear type of thing. So nothing is going to be able to prevent you from doing such an important thing in your life, like making this particular necessary step when it comes to your future. Okay, so for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is brilliant. So this is what you need to remember, that there is some kind of idea that you are going to have. For those of you that are single, it's some kind of idea that you are going to have this month, and it's just going to come out of the blue. And the idea, it's going to come to you out of the blue. You're not going to be able to control this whatsoever, and that idea, it's going to require from you to make the necessary change in your life, like something what you maybe do on daily basis, or something what you do every other day, or something what you do maybe once a week. Whatever the situation is, it's to do with you changing something that you're doing often and doing something different. There is the specific part of your life that it's going to require change. So I can see that idea that you're going to have, it's just going to become so big and so enormous and so powerful that yet again you're not going to be able to ignore this. On one hand, you will realize that the specific part of your life slowly came to an end. Maybe you're going somewhere specific and now you just change the path, you go somewhere else. However, when that happens, there is also someone very, very powerful who is about to start sharing your path, sharing your journey. Because with one little change that you're going to do, you're also going to allow this specific person to walk into your life, and it's not going to be that long until that person make themselves known, but it's going to happen at around the time when you feel really great about yourself. It's going to happen at around the time when you feel this very strong sense of accomplishment, but also that person who's going to walk into your life is going to be very beautiful, very wise, very successful, very mature, very stable in many different ways, and you will like this because it's just going to influence you almost immediately. That person is going to influence you almost immediately, and you're going to influence that person as well. It is not going to be that long whatsoever, my gorgeous Sagittarian, and I'm getting so excited about you as well and about this because I know how much this means to some of you. By the same time, just remember that person is going to start walking in your life with a specific change that you will make. So you do something different, so you go to the different place, so you go to the different shop, I don't know, you go to the different club, whatever it's happening, it is going to happen with that particular spiritual domino. One little change is going to bring this wise person into your life, somebody who's very mature, but it could be just their spirit that is very mature, but always the things that they do are so wise and they're so unique and they're so significant. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarius, I love you all so much. Once again, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you all. Bye.